Hi everyone, my name is Carissa and I'm back with another episode of Did You Know? So today we're going to talk about clover buds and give you a little bit of background as to what that program is really about, some things that they can do and some things that they can't do. So first of all, they're non-project specific. So while our other members, once they're part of a community club, they choose a project specific club they want to participate in, like maybe it's horse or sheep or sewing or art. Our clover buds don't do that. Our clover buds are really focused on trying out as many different things as they can and really getting a whole experience of what the 4-H program has to offer. We don't want, from 5 to 8 years old, we don't want them to specialize in a certain project. Where our other members, they have 9 years to really specialize and find the project that's just right for them or add in a bunch of different projects. Whereas clover buds, we just want them to try lots of different things, no commitment to a year-long project. They're just trying new things every month. So with that, when you structure your clover bud meetings, you want to think about different experiences you want them to have and different ways to introduce new subjects to them. So maybe one month you do a science experiment and another month you do an arts and crafts kind of activity. And another month maybe you do some baking or you include them in making the snack. Those types of things where they're experiencing something new every time, that's the experience we really want our clover buds to have. So the other piece that's really different about clover buds is that they're non-competitive. So while our older members will go to fair, let's say, or other competitive events and participate for a blue, red, or white ribbon, our clover buds don't. They do what's called a show and tell. And at fair, our clover bud show and tell is usually Saturday or Sunday. The clover buds work with a small animal, and it can be theirs, it can be another 4-Hers that they're just borrowing for the day. Doesn't matter. It's not about, how far they've gotten with that project. It's just a show and tell. Looks just like a school show and tell where they come up and they're talking to the judge and speaking with them, telling them things they liked about the working with the rabbit or the KV or the chicken, tell them about anything they know about that animal, and then maybe show them some things that they can do with it. But again, it's non-competitive, so they're not doing it for red, white, and blue. They're just doing it to gain experience, and that experience is really getting to interact with another adult, getting to do eye contact and participate in some public speaking. And that's really all we're hoping for them to gain out of it, is they have a fun time, they enjoy it, and they have some experience working and interacting with other adults or other youth. So when you start thinking about ways that you're going to create this clover bud club or create a plan for your year for your clover bud, you want to think about different activities that they can do and where they're really at developmentally and ready for certain things. So for clover buds, you want to plan lots of short-term activities. Nothing should be longer than 10 minutes, and really 10 minutes is a stretch if they're sitting still. So you want to plan lots of activities that their hands are moving, they're engaged, they're getting up and they're moving around, they're physically active. Those are going to be the best activities for clover buds. And you really want to keep everything where they're sitting and listening to a minimum. So where an older group, you might get away with a 10-minute lecture on a subject. You're not going to do that with a clover bud club. You want to be very hands-on. You can give them instructions and then let them go and try it. Have them come back, give them some instructions, let them go, let them try it. And really make that as interactive and engaging as we can do. We want hands-on more and more with the younger kids. So some things that they can't do. We can't have them around any large animal livestock. So that's horses, cattle, sheep, goats, swine. You can't have them anywhere around that. So they can't interact with the animals, they can't be around the animals, and they can't lead the animals. Similar restrictions with dog, except they can be around them and they can interact with them. They can't be in charge of their control. So you wouldn't have a clover bud leading a dog or doing any kind of showmanship with a dog, but maybe they're practicing brushing it or they're interacting and meeting the dogs. With small animals, they're completely clear. They can learn how to do showmanship with a small animal. They can learn how to feed it, learn how to care for it, learn how to do a health inspection, anything like that, totally fine with a small animal. All the static areas are totally fine. You want to keep in mind that their fine motor skills aren't very developed at 5 to 8 years old. So they're doing pretty good with their large motor skills, and that's why we want them to be so active and getting and running around and doing things with their body. But their fine motor skills are still developing. So things, really intricate things that you're asking them to do, maybe it's painting, maybe it's doing some stamping with leatherwork, just be really aware that those types of activities frustrate them easily at that age. So you want to do little bits of that and then lots of large motor activities. So just to recap, a couple things to keep in mind: clover buds are non-competitive. They can't be around any large animal livestock, and to really plan things that are developmentally suitable for that age. And so again, keeping them moving, keeping them active, and then short little bursts of information, and then get them moving, getting active again. So I hope this helps you understand what the Clover Bud program is all about, and hopefully you enjoy having some Clover Buds as part of your community club, and you get a chance to integrate some of your Clover Buds with your older youth. That's a great mentorship opportunity. The younger youth really pick up and love being around the older youth, and the older youth really start to gain those leadership activities. So hope all is going well out in the county, and let me know if you have any questions or have any new ideas for a topic next week. Thanks, and have a great day.